For this project, I used scissors, thumbtacks, and a canvas that was 24 by 30 inches, but you can use any size that you like. I also used paint swatches, 3 wallpaper samples, fabric swatches, these are actually from my book Hello Color, postcards, catalogs, and of course, magazines. I started just by flipping through the magazines and tearing out any pages that were of interest to me. It's helpful not to think of how the end results will be, just find images that speak to you. Once I tore the pages out, I cleaned up the edges and cut away any unwanted text. Some text will be fine because you can always layer a fabric swatch or paint swatch on top. As you're working and flipping through, you might find yourself debating whether or not to cut out a photo. My tip is to cut out everything that you like. Anything you don't use for this inspiration board can be saved in a folder for later if you ever go back to change things up. You'll also be able to recycle the full magazine once you get everything out of it that you want. Once I went through all of my magazines and had a sizable stack of images, it was time to go through and see if I noticed any trends with the colors. Naturally, I found a rainbow and decided that that was the direction I was going to take my inspiration board in after laying all the images out. Working on my canvas, I started placing my images in the color order that I wanted them to go on. Warm colors on the left, ending with cool colors on the right. You don't have to follow the same approach as me, just start playing around with the placement of your images until you find what works for you. You may have to edit based on the amount of items that you clipped and how large your canvas is, but that's okay. Test out color combos or groupings based on what you have and it will come together. Once you have your images in place, go back in and add those paint swatches, those color swatches, all those other little details that you have with your magazines. I used colorful thumbtacks, and I actually matched the thumbtack to the item that I was pinning just to kind of drive home that color story. And that's the project. It really is such a great way to sort of unplug and get that inspiration in real life. So I have mine on my desk and it just adds that pop of color that I love. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe and stay around. I'll be back with another colorful DIY very soon.